Hello dear friends, my name is Jitender Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we will focus on some of the use cases where we can use Anypoint data graph. In my previous video, we have already seen some of the use cases where we can use Anypoint data graph. So I will recommend it to watch the two previous video before watching this video. That will help you to understand what is a Anypoint data graph and like what are the different features, what are the different components available with Anypoint data graph. In this video, we will see some more complex use cases where we can make use of Anypoint data graph. So let me set up the context first. So basically I have a two API, a customer API and the account API. The customer API have a two methods. The one method is like fetch all the customers detail, and like you can like fetch the single customer detail on the basis of the customer ID. So that is the one API having two endpoint, fetch all the customers or like fetch the single customer detail on basis of customer ID. So basically the customer ID is a unique or primary key in this particular API basically. So let me show you that. So you can see, so there are two methods, a customers and the customer ID. Fetch all the customer and fetch the single customer on the basis of customer ID. Whereas the customer and like this is my response message, okay, where customer ID is the primary key. It's a uniquely identifying the customer. Then we have first name, last name, address, age and the country. Then I have a second API. If I go to design center, accounts API. So in my accounts API is basically used to fetch the account details. So this also contains two endpoints to fetch all the account or to fetch the single account on basis of account ID. So in this case, my account ID is the primary key. Okay, so it uniquely identify the account. So basically the account endpoint will give all the accounts, whereas this account ID will give a single account basically. Okay, let me show you account data type. Okay, so here like if you see, like I have something called like it returns me account ID, account type and the customer ID, right? So these are the three fields written by this particular API. So let me show, like I also enabled the API auto discovery for this particular API. If you see the API manager, so I have published both the API into my API manager basically by like and they has been paired with runtime manager API using the API auto discovery. So these two both APIs are published into my API manager. Okay, so keep this in the mind. Then I have a runtime manager where I have already deployed two different API. One is the customer API and one is the account API. These are the two separate API has been deployed to my runtime manager. So let me show that. Okay, so you can say this is my account API and this is my customer API. You can see that. Now let me test that. So basically, like we have a first URL like account banking API US, so fetch all the accounts, so slash accounts. So this will fetch all the accounts which is available in my backend system. Then I want to fetch one account, so it will fetch a single account. So it fetch the single account. Now we will see same thing with customers. I want to fetch all the customers. Then I want to fetch a one customer. I can put a customer ID. But now my like no, so this is working fine. But what happens, like I got one customer like who mentioned, like who was saying like I want account detail plus like customer details together into a single API. So basically he wants like account detail as well as like customer details using a single API. Like you don't want to do the call. So in that case, what we will going to do, either we can create a process layer or like a layer where we can do the orchestration of call for the customer API and the process API customer API and the accounts API, we fetch the detail, we aggregate the data, and we send back to the experience layer. Experience layer will send back to the client. But it requires some kind of development, right? Because we have to do the orchestration of call, like we call the accounts API and we got the response back, then we will try to fetch the customer detail for each and every accounts, right? So it take, and then we aggregate the data, then send to experience layer, then from experience layer it will go to the client. So it requires some kind of development activities and all those things, right? So but MuleSoft has come up with something called Anypoint DataGraph, which can be used, and we can configure the requirement which is provided by customer easily. We can set up the relationship between two APIs, and we can aggregate the data at Anypoint DataGraph, and we can send the response back to the client. So how can we do that? I will show you. So basically I can go back to my Anypoint DataGraph. The requirement is simply I want to send account detail plus customer details into a single API. So basically one account will be linked with at least one customer, not at least, definitely the one account will be linked to the one customer. So there can be one customer can link with the multiple accounts like that. So what I will do, I can go to my data graph, and here I can say add API. Okay, the first thing I will add accounts API. Next thing I have to configure the URL. So you can see, yeah, version, and this is my latest asset version. So come from selection. Then you have to provide a base URL of your implementation. So what is my base URL for implementation? So this is my base URL for accounts API, account banking API US East 1. Okay. So I can give, this is my implementation URL. You can simply click on edit URL and just paste that URL and save it. Next, you have to provide authentication. If your underlying API using any kind of authentication, you can provide that, basic auth. In case basic auth, you have to pass username and password. So it support client ID enforcement, this 3-4 kind of authentication, right? But my API is not using any kind of authentication. My underlying API or my downstream API is not using any kind of authentication. I will simply say no auth. Then I will say next preview schema. Let's wait. It is showing me a schema. It's taking some time. Yeah, so you can see there are two methods in my accounts, accounts and accounts by ID, which is right. And in accounts I have multiple fields like account ID, account type, and the customer ID, which is fine. Now I will edit schema and I will try. So you can see, if you want to hide any method, you can simply say hidden, then it will be not visible. You can now make it visible. Okay, so things what I have to do, I have to enable the collaboration. On accounts, I need to tell what is my primary key. I can click on this accounts and I can say enable collaboration, and this is my method which uniquely retrieve the account, right? So next, then here I can select my primary key. In this case, my primary key is the account ID, and I can say confirm. Okay, then I can simply say, so currently link to another type. So if you want to link account with customer, so right now I don't have any other API or any other object added. So for now I will keep this as a empty. I will not do anything. So I can say add to unified schema. Then I can say proceed to unified schema. So it will take some time, for deployment. So you can see it's updating. So till now we will add more API, the customer API. I will say add API. Here I can say a customer API. Then I can say configure URL. Then I can say come from selection. Then I will again say edit URL. This time I will provide the base URL of my customer API. Copy this and I will provide it here. I can say save. Then say next, provide authentication. For again customer API, I haven't enabled any kind of authentication. Then you can say preview schema. So you can see this is the customer object which having this address is country, customer ID kind of field. And also you can see it have a two method like customers and the customers by customer ID. Then you can see next, edit schema. Then I will also again enable a collaboration for customers also. Simply click here. Then the method which uniquely retrieve the customer, that is the customer by customer ID. Then say next. Then just say the customer ID is the primary key in my customer object. Then say confirm. Okay, so that's it. So you can see the customer ID has been marked as a primary key in my data set. Then you can say add to unified schema, proceed to unified schema. Okay, so guys, it will take some time for like for deploying or for publishing this unified schema. So let's go to overview, or you can see the list of API IDs. The both are still updating, so I will pause my video till this get updated. Hello guys, welcome back. You can see my both API has been successfully published to Anypoint DataGraph, and now what I will do, I will try to query, I will say run a query. Okay, so it will open a query window. Basically, I can just remove all this thing. Then I can say I want to fetch accounts. So it will give account ID, it will give customer ID, it will give account type. Then I can run a query. Once I will run the query, I will get all these accounts written. Okay, so you can check it here. So I will directly call the API and let's see what happens. Okay, I can send the request. Okay, I got this 4 account, which is fine, but still the customer details are not displaying. Let me find if there's any customer object. No, there is no customer object. Let me check with customers how it works with customers. For customers, I want first name, I want last name, I want age, I want address, then I want country. Okay, also I want customer ID. Then I will run the request. So we got all this data, but the requirement is that I want to display my customer detail with the account. So what is the linkage between account and the customer? That is the customer ID. You can see the customer ID is the primary key here, and like even if you see in accounts, it is the foreign key, right? So in accounts, I have a customer ID. Okay, and I have account ID. So let me do that. So I have a customer ID and which is linked with the account. So you can see one customer can have a multiple accounts also. Okay, but one account will be allocated with one customer ID. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to go back to GraphQL, unified. You have to go to list of APIs. So now I want to display a customer details with the accounts. So I will click on accounts API. Okay, in accounts API, I will click on this accounts, go back, sorry, accounts. Okay, so I will click on this accounts, and in this accounts, you can see links to another type. So I want to link this with a customer API. Okay, in customer API, the customer ID is my primary key. Here, what is the foreign key? It's a customer ID. In accounts, we have a customer ID as a foreign key. Okay, so that's a small thing you have to do. You have to just link the configuration. Okay, so basically you are saying I want account and customers to be linked. In customer, the customer ID is the primary key, which we have defined in the first step. Then in accounts, the customer ID is the foreign key, basically, right? So basically it needs to like uniquely identify the customer, right? So that is how you set up the relation between accounts and the customer. So just don't forget to do the save changes, then apply the changes. So again, it will take some time because it will redeploy or it will republish the API. Okay, I will pause my video till that. Hello guys, welcome back. If you can see, the changes has been published successfully. If I click on this account API, right, on this particular account, so you can see that your customer has been linked here in this particular, like, in account type, the customer has been linked now successfully. You can see that. Okay, if you want to make this as a visible, you can do that. If you want to hide any field, or if you want to make any field visible, you can do that. Okay, but for now I will not do that. Otherwise, I want to apply the changes. So you can see your customer account ID is the primary key, and your customer has been successfully linked with this account object. And I can click on customer, so it will take me to the customer object. Okay, so let me go back to query and let's see what happens now. So unified schema. Now can I display a customer details with accounts? Let me show that. So account ID, we have it there. So I want accounts, then I want account. Let me go. Okay, I will start writing the query accounts. Okay, and I want account ID, I want account type, then I want a customer information. You can see the customer object. Now from customer object I want a customer ID, I want first name, I want last name, I want address, I want age, I want country. Okay, you can simply run the query. So you can see now the customer information is displayed with the account object. So if you can see 123, like if you see the account 123, so 123 has a customer ID 1, okay, and the customer ID 1 have a name James, Zone or Oxford Street. So let me validate this. So you can see the 123 having customer ID 1 and the first name James, John, Oxford, whatever, like, you know. So you can see all the account information has been successfully displayed with a customer information. You can see that. So how easily we can do that, right? You have seen that, like we can simply do some configuration without writing a single line of code. You can achieve this. If there is no Anypoint data graph or no GraphQL, in that case you have to write a API, a new API layer where you have to do the orchestration of the call, then you have to do the aggregation of data, and then you send the response back to the client. So you have to write a lot of code, and you have to do the deployment and all those kind of things you have to do. So right, so you don't now with Anypoint data graph, you don't want to do that. Like you can simply use Anypoint data graph. You can configure like relationship between the APIs, you know, and you can use simple GraphQL queries to retrieve the data from your backend system. So like how easily, like with single request, we are able to call multiple requests and we are able to fetch the accounts and relative customer details very easily. We don't have to write a single line of the code. This is the advantage of Anypoint data graph, right? I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching.